Hello, hello, and good morning, everybody. It's great to see you on your mats. I do have one announcement before we get moving today, and that is we have an acro yoga workshop coming up in just a few weeks. If you've never done acro yoga, it's partner yoga where one of you guys is off the floor most of the time. It's a lot of fun. There's some flyers hanging around in the studio if you want to take a look at them. I think there's also a few different mentions of it on our social media page. If you've never looked up acro yoga, check it out. Nick and Debbie Dower will be leading. They're a husband and wife combo, and they teach our adaptation program. I used to do acro yoga all the time with my sisters. At that point, it was mainly throwing each other across the room. However, we got a lot better at it, and it's a lot of fun. So if you want to come to the workshop, you don't have to bring a specific person. We'll pair people up inside of the workshop. If you do want to bring a specific person, that's fun too. That's great. Bring them along with you. But let's get moving. So child's pose. Take your knees out wide, fingertips up to the head of your mat. Settle into your Ujjayi breath. Take a breath in, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the top. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause at the bottom. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Wait. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Keep this cycle of breath moving, looking to match the length of your inhales with the length of your exhales. As a general rule, on your breath in, we'll move into a pose, and on your exhales, that's when we'll move out of a pose. So see if you can discover that in our first few movements here. On your next breath in, come to downward facing dog. Look to move with your breath. So if you're here in the studio, you've got some other people in the room with you. And then for those of you at home, you have me here, but move for your breath. So take a deep breath in, exhale it out. On your breath in, walk your feet up to your hands. Take a halfway lift, inhale, hang in ragdoll. You can move from right to left. Press your heels into the mat and roll the whole way up to standing. Take extended mountain. And hands down to heart center. So we'll set our breath pace with 3 ohms. Take a breath in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Take a breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Move up dog on your breath in and downward facing dog on your breath out. Take 2 breaths here. In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. One more time. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Out, bend your knees, 2, 3, 4. Hop on empty. Halfway lift at the top of the mat with the breath in. Fold. Extended mountain. Inhale. Fold on your exhale. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take 2 breaths here. One more time. In and out, bend your knees. Hop, feet to hands. Take a halfway lift on your inhale. Fold. Extended mountain. Breathe in and reach. Fold and breathe out. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog on your inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Take 2 breaths. Focus on waking up your body from your fingertips to your toes. Take a breath in, breath out, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Extended mountain. Last one. Breathe in, reach, fold. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. 2 breaths. That's it. Take an inhale. Breathe out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Drishti. Eyes to one spot. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Inhale. Down dog, exhale, right side, warrior one. Breathe in as you reach up. Breathe out, hands back down. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Up dog, breathe in. Down dog, let that breath go. Take an inhale. And sigh that out. One more time. Breathe in. Sigh out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Inhale. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Breathe in. Wait for the pause at the top. Then hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Left side, warrior one. Inhale. Pause. Exhale, hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. If you start to feel like the practice is moving too fast for you, usually what I find helps is focusing on the pauses in between your inhales and exhales. Take a look at it here. Breathe in, pause, breathe out, pause, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose, inhale, wait. Fold. Halfway lift. Wait. Chaturanga. Just like that. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Into down dog. Left side, warrior one. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog and into down dog. See, just like that. Take a breath in and let it go. Let's move through Sun B one more time. Inhale, bend your knees on the exhale, jump, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose, fold, halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, into downward facing dog, right side, warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, hands back down. Upward facing dog, into downward facing dog, left side, warrior one. Last one, chaturanga. up dog, and into downward facing dog. That's it. Take a breath if you need to, and let's bring your right leg straight up into the air. Press the center of your heel straight up towards the ceiling. Bend your top knee and open up your hip. Look for a lot of space in your right side by anchoring your right palm into the ground. That's it. Kick your top knee up and open as high as it'll go, and then flip dog. Come down both feet on the mat. That's it. Here, Jen, see if you can slide your feet together a little bit more. That's it. And then press through your heels to lift through your hips. See what new space you can find by pressing down to lift up, back over high plank, and into side plank. Bring your drishti up to the ceiling. Put your gaze on one spot and then lift your palm up like you're about to meet that spot with your hand. Bring some intentionality and pressing down to lift up. Last breath, hands to the mat. Chaturanga. Move through up dog and into downward facing dog. That's it. Let's go. Left leg up. Bend your top knee. Open up your hip. This time, actively press your knee up towards the ceiling. See the length that you can find. Flip dog. Nicely done. Look to reach up and out through your left shoulder. So I like to picture this like I'm twisting my chest up and open towards the ceiling. That's it. You've got it. So now see if you can reach out through your left hand just a little bit more. See if there's any more space that you can get out of the pose, and then come back over. High plank and into side plank. Take 2 breaths here. That's it. You have this. Press down to lift up through your hips. See if you can lift up 1 more inch, and then hands down to the mat. I think that was 2 really long breaths. Take upward facing dog on your inhale and down dog on your exhale. Right side crescent lunge. Nice job. Bring your hips low into the pose. Fingertips reach straight up to the ceiling. Bring your drishti up to the ceiling. See how long you can get, stretching from your hips the whole way up through your fingertips. See how long you can reach in your side body. Get as tall as you can. Stay for 1 more breath. Then tilt forwards. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. That's it. Here, Carolyn, twist the opposite direction. Yeah, that's it. Now you've got it. Stay for 3 breaths here. Use the breath to explore the pose. Each inhale is an opportunity to press out to the edge of the pose to see how big you can get here. Stay for the last breath. And on your inhale, rise up, crescent lunge into warrior 2. That's it. Low into the lunge. Take a full breath in. Exhale. Breathe in for extended side angle. Inhale into the poses and exhale out of them. That's it. Get low into this knee. See how low you can take your hips. Yeah, that's it, Jen. I see this. You've got like 1 more inch there. That's it. Stay for your breath and then hands to the mat. Ooh, Damiana, see you getting fancy there with the bind. Upward facing dog into downward facing dog. Let's go for left side now. Crescent lunge. Nice job. Set the pose up. Start in your feet. Press down through the ball mounds of your big toes. That's it. I got you. So press down right through here. That's it. Now reach up through your fingertips. See how tall you can get in the pose, just like that. Stay for another breath or 2. You got it. Last one. Bring your hands to heart center and then twist to the left. Now, See what new space you can find in the pose. Listen, that goes for you guys at home too. You can choose to open up your hands or stay with your hands at the heart center. But the point is, get as big as you can. Take up all the space in your mat. As much space as you have for this last breath. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Nice job. Get low in the lunge. And then take it down, extended side angle. Sit deep into your hip. Now, see if you can bend your top hand to take a half bind. So what that's going to look like is bringing your top hand behind your back, right by your hip. See if you've got that. Nice job. And then you might be able to take a full bind. So hand underneath of your front leg to wrap to the back leg. Here, one more time. See if you've got this. Take 2 more breaths here. I know you've been here for a while. This is the last one. Hands to the mat. Take upward facing dog into downward facing dog. Take a breath in, let it go, and then bring your feet to your hands. Halfway lift on your inhale, fold, exhale. Chair pose. Nice job. Come low into your hips. You have this. Press your heels into the mat. Lift all 10 toes up. I really like the 10 toes up because I say in this pose, you have to sit deep enough that if you don't keep your hands out in front of you, you're going to roll backwards. And this is really emphasized by lifting up your toes. Put all the weight into your heels. Reach out through your fingertips. Stay for a last breath and fold. Bring your feet out to the edges of your mat and let your head drop down. Take a sigh out if you need one. Focus on your inhales, matching the length of your exhales. Let's go chair pose, round 2. Now set it up. You know, weight into your heels. We just got this last time. Fingertips reach forward so that you don't roll back. Sit 2 inches lower into your hips. Man, some of you guys are really low today. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the right. Now, as soon as you get this twist, focus on pulling your left knee backwards. It's the one that wants to scoot forwards. You're going to have to actively think about pressing your left hip back. That's it, Carolyn. I see your adjustments. Yeah, you got it. Take a breath. Rise up, chair pose. And fold. I was going to do both sides at a time, but that feels a little mean. Bring your palms underneath your toes and let your head drop down. Shake your head yes and no. Let the crown of your head drop down towards the mat. Let your neck go long. Find the edge of this pose. Bring your blocks for chair pose round 3. They'll be our last one. So blocks right between your thighs, so right above your knees. Hug into center line and then sit back. So the block here is going to help you train to keep both knees in line. Sit your hips 2 inches lower. Yeah, you have the space. I see that. Bring your hands to heart center and twist to the left. That's it. When you're really hugging into the block here, it's almost impossible for your right knee to sneak up and forwards. So you have this new opportunity to sit in your hips, lift up through your heart, stay for one last breath. Inhale, rise, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Drop your blocks, feet out wide to the edges of your mat. Let's do pointer fingers around your big toes. Let your head drop down. You can move side to side. Take whatever stretches that you need. Crow. Straight through, crow, headstand, however you want to move here. Let's go for 5. That's it. Low belly hugs up and in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog on your breath in. Down dog and exhale. Take a breath in. Let it go. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. I know we were just here in chair, but don't worry. We're using this as a transition. From chair pose, sit 4 inches lower. Sit 3 inches lower. Then sit down onto your bum and roll onto your spine. We're going to do reclined equanimity today. So lay onto your back. We'll go for eagle first. So right arm wraps under and right leg wraps over top. If you want to see what that looks like, it's shins parallel to the mat, arms wrapped, and then legs wrapped. What you're focusing on here is using your lowest belly to hold your legs up. So here, Kate, lift this heel 1 more inch. That's it. Now press down through your top thigh and hug up and in through your bottom thigh. Flex your feet. You're going to feel your low belly engage here. Switch sides. Left arm under, left leg over. That's it. Here, flex your feet there, Carolyn. Here, flex the opposite way, like you're going to stand on the floor. Nice job pulling. There you go. Nice. Now, press your shins together. Really actively hug your front ribs into center line. Belly button hugs down towards the floor. Last breath. Switch sides. Right side eagle, right arm under, right leg over. Now, we're going to add some little eagle crunches to this one. I love these guys. So crunch, elbows to knees, and then back down. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Left arm under, left leg over. Eagle crunches for 5. That's it. 4, front ribs hug together. 3, 2, 1. Lay out long on your mat. Oh yeah, just fling your arms up, legs go long. Take a deep breath here. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock head to toe 3 times. And then we're going to come to all 4s. So what we'll move to next is airplane. So modified airplane is going to look like this. Bring your shoulders over top of your wrists and hips over top of your knees. We're going to move opposite hand and opposite leg. So right hand out, right leg out. Take a full breath here. You're looking to get as long as you can from your fingertips the whole way to your heels, and then switch sides. Left hand out, right leg out. Hug your front ribs together. Low belly still pulling up towards the ceiling. And switch sides. 1 more time. Right hand out, left leg out. Using your core to stretch from side to side. Switch sides. Last one. Left hand, right leg. That's it. Press now as hard as you can. Heel the hand. Last breath. Both hands down. We'll move to half moon. For half moon, take this right hand. Place your whole forearm on the mat. Your back leg is going to act like a kickstand, so that you can lift up. This is going to take your front ribs hugging together and low belly really active. See if you can pick the front of your pelvis up towards your belly button and let your tailbone descend just a little bit. That's it. Stay for 1 last breath. I know this is a funny one. And then bring your hands down. All right, let's move for left side half moon. Left forearm goes down. Bottom leg like a kickstand. Right hand up, right leg up. See if you can get the stack in your hips. So right hip directly over top of your left. Flex your raised foot. Stay for 1 more breath. And then come down. Who's ever tried that before? Have any of you done this before? Okay, good stuff. All right, let's move for dancer then. So this is, again, we're going to use our right hand or left hand, right foot this time. So what is going to happen? Your left hand comes back to grab your ankle. Yeah, I know. And it has to be opposite hand, opposite leg, by the way. Otherwise, you will absolutely fall over. Then kick your ankle back and lift up. So you end up with this kind of opposite dancer going on. That's it. Here, Damien, switch hands and legs. So that left hand goes to left. Ooh, that's it. Press shin back. There you go. Just like that. That's it. Stay for one more breath. Flex your feet. Do we have this at home? Stay for another breath. Okay, feet down. Let's switch sides. Left side or opposite side, however you want to say it. Nice job. Now flex your foot, press your shin back. You're looking for a stretch that starts in your knee and reaches the whole way across your body to your opposite shoulder. One more breath. Okay, feet down. Let's roll to our back and we'll do the last portion of this. So lying the whole way on your spine, we're going to go for standing leg raise first. You can do this either grabbing your knee or grabbing your foot. This can be a really nice place to use an assist of a strap. Now, what's going to be really important in this pose is keeping both hips on the mat and then flexing your feet. So your extended leg, the one on the mat still, your toes are going to face straight up towards the ceiling. So make sure this leg stays active. Low belly hugs down towards the mat. That's it. Stay for one final breath, and then we'll bring our legs out to the right, eyes over your left shoulder. Bottom leg stays active. Press out through your heels. And then bring your leg back up through center. Bend your knee, drop your leg back down, and opposite. Standing leg raise, grab your knee or reach for your toes. I put up to that block with your bottom leg. Drop your leg to the left, eyes to the right. Hug down towards the mat. That's it. Low belly up and in. Sorry, guys. I know. A little morning PTSD. Press your heel down and bring your leg back up through to center. Bend your knee. Both knees come into your chest this time. Let's rock head to toe 3 times, and then we'll make our way to downward facing dog. I love a good reclined equanimity. You'll never figure out how much core is necessary in those stability poses until you try them on the mat. Let's go for right side triangle. So right hand up through to center, or right foot, right hand. Right hand acts as the third piece of the foundation. So your 3 foundation points are your 2 feet and then your bottom hand. You got this. Press down through the ball mound of your big toe. Yeah, really focus on putting your weight on the inside of that front foot. Nice job. Oh, here, switch hands, Carolyn. So this one down too, and then this one up top. That's it. Stay for a nice deep breath in. Let it go. Rise to stand. Take side facing, wide-legged forward fold. Bind behind your back, interlace your fingers, and then drop forwards. Yeah, you can use a strap or a hand towel if you'd like to do that as well. All of it works. Looking to drop your palms over top of your head. Keep your legs active here. A soft bend in your knees, but your legs are the foundation still for this pose. Press through your heels. Press down through the ball mounds of your big toes. Find the four corners of your feet and press down. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. And on your inhale, roll up to stand. Let's take Namaste, front facing, forward fold. Feet on railroad tracks. So facing both of them towards the front of the mat, just about hip width distance. So Jen and Kate, see if you can get both feet facing forwards. There you go. Yeah, and then Carolyn, stagger them back and forth a little bit more. That's it, girlfriend. Interlace your fingers behind your back and then fold forwards. Create focus in lengthening the back side of your front leg. Oh, nice job. A+ here on the camera angle, Ken. Focus on softening your knees a little bit. Press down through the ball mound of your big toes. So lift all 10 toes up. And then actively focus on pressing down. Take twisting triangle. Left hand down, right hand out to the side. That's it. Focus on just that little bit of twist that you can get out of your upper spine. Take one more breath in. And on your exhale, hands to the mat. Move through upward facing dog on your inhale. Into down dog on your exhale. Move to left side triangle. So left foot out front this time. Left hand down, right hand up. That's it. Carolyn, flip your back foot so it's flat on the mat. There, that's it, actually. That's perfect. Your back foot is your anchor in this pose. Press down through your heel and then lift up through your top hand. See all the length that you can find in your side body. This time, side body meaning literally from the skinny edge of your back foot, the whole way up the side of your leg, across your side body, up into your fingertips. See if you can find length that way. On your next inhale, rise and take side facing, wide-legged, forward fold. In this side facing, wide-legged, forward fold, take your fingertips and walk them a foot or two out in front of your head. Anchor them onto the mat and then place your weight into your hips. See if you can create length from your fingertips the whole way back into your hips. Stay for a breath. And on your inhale, walk your hands back in. And then we'll rise back up to center. I realized that I was a little far away last time for you guys at home. So both feet face the front of the mat. And let's set up Namaste front facing forward fold. So both feet face 12 o'clock, straight out in front of you. Hip width distance or just a few inches wider than that. Interlace your fingers behind your back and then fold forwards. So your fingertips being interlaced here are really to make you focus on keeping your spine long. So fingertips actively press backwards. That's it. Create length of the back side of your front leg. So look for length in your hamstrings and length in your calves. Go for twisting triangle. Right hand down, left hand out to the side. Let the breath move the twist here. On your inhale, lengthen your spine. And then on your exhale, twist your shoulder up towards the ceiling. See if you can do it 2 more times. Inhale, length. Exhale, twist. 1 more time. Inhale, get long. Exhale, twist. Chaturanga. Move through upward facing dog with your breath in. Down dog on your exhale. Roll out to a high plank, and then we'll lower the whole way down to the mat. Let's go locust pose, round 1. Press and lift, locust pose. Keep your chin tucked here towards your chest so that you're staring at the top of your mat. And I say this because you're looking to create length in the back side of your neck. Get really long here, then come down. You can tuck your knees side to side if you'd like. Get some space in your low back. Let's press and lift. Round 2, locust pose. All the length you can get here. From the crown of your head to your big toe. See if you can take up all the space on your mat. Back down. Knees side to side. Let's move for floor bow. So hands by your outer ankles, shins flexed, press back, lift up. Nice job. Now from here in floor bow, see if you can rock onto. Let's go for left side first. So if you make it to your left side, you can definitely drop your head down to the mat. You're looking for a stretch in your shoulder all the way through to your chest. Keep your top leg active. Press back. Nice job. And then rise back up through the center, and we'll switch sides. Rock to the left side. Yeah, I know. It's kind of difficult to get the rock thing going. Sometimes you're going to have to rock back and forth a little bit until you get the momentum to switch sides. Nice job. Keep your shins active. Man, the one side is a lot harder for you guys, huh? It's just more difficult to get there. There you go. And you can let your head drop down to the mat. Create space alongside the inner track of your shoulder. Stay for a breath. It was hard enough to get here, so enjoy that breath. And rock back to center. Release. You can tuck your knees side to side if you'd like, and then go for upward facing dog. Press your hands down, feet down. Nice job. Look to lift your thighs up off of the mat. So just like this. Reaching up. And bring your knees down. Let's do one round of camel today. Toes tucked underneath of your heels. Hands where your back pockets would be. Shoulders together. Lift up through the center of your chest. Focus on the front side of your body. Create length from your knees all the way up to your shoulders. Stay for one last breath. On your inhale, roll up. Sit back on your ankles. And then sit the whole way down onto the mat. Let's move to bridge pose. So roll back. We got the front side of your body on that last pose. Bring your blocks with you, actually. Let's bring blocks between your thighs, just in the same spot that we used them from chair pose. Heels press down, hips lift up, bridge pose, round 1. Now, what I want you to focus on is hugging into center line. So hug into that block as hard as you can. When you're hugging in with your thighs this hard, you should start to feel your low belly become active. Your ab muscles, so the front side of your body, get really involved in the pose. If you keep this hug into center line, organize the pose with this specific action. Okay, come back down to the mat. You can remove your blocks if you want to tuck your knees side to side, but we're going to come back with the blocks on round 2. So take the breath that you need to, and then blocks back. Round 2, press down, lift up, bridge pose. Organize your feet this time. Heels press into the mat. Ball mounds of your toes press into the mat. Shoulders tucked under. Come back down. Now you can move for the breast of bridge or wheel with your block, or release the block and do it without it. But what I want you to focus on is to contain the pose using the hug into center line. So let's press down, lift up, inhale, bridge or wheel, round 1. Hug in through your thighs, into that block, into center line. Tuck your chin, come back down. Take on the breath, a breath on the mat. In and out, press down, lift up, breathe in, round 2, bridge or wheel. Look for the hug. Stay for a breath. Tuck your chin and come back down. Nice job. 1 breath on the mat. In and out, press down, lift up, express out, bridge or wheel. This is it. Total body integrity. Pull into center line. Press down to lift. Drop back down to the mat. Tuck your chin. That's it. Knees side to side. Let's go. 1 more time. Press down. Lift up. Inhale. Bridge or wheel. Integrate. Skin to muscle to bone. Pull into center line and core. Tuck your head. Come back down. Nice job. Remove those blocks. Come to Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together. 1 hand on your heart, 1 hand on your stomach. Take happy baby. Hands by the outer edges of your feet and rock right to left. Pull your lowest back down towards the mat and then rock. Nice job. All right, let's bring both feet up to 90 degrees. Bring your blocks with you. This time, blocks go the long direction right in between your ankles. If you're at home, you can use anything that's approximately block shaped that you can hug into, and that also isn't going to break your face if you drop it. Listen, it's a warning that you have to have. So from here, let's do some little crunches, reaching up towards our toes. 4, 10, 9, 8, feet flexed, 7, 6, 5, hug into the 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Keep your feet up. This time we're going to do passes. So block between your ankles, pass to your hands, and then you're going to reach the whole way up with your hands and the whole way down with the block. Inhale, bring your hands back up, pass to your ankles. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, come back up, switch. Exhale, drop. Let's do it back and forth for 5, 4, 3, 2, feet flex. Last one, all the way down and all the way up. Nice job. Hug your knees into your chest and rock and roll 3 times, head to toe. 1, 2, on your third one, come back up. And now we're going to do a mini boat pose here. You'll need your block for this. And I cannot tell you why this pose only works if you're passing the block, but it does. So listen, mini boat pose, heels on the mat. You're getting pretty light with your heels, but not lifting them up. Lowest belly hugs back. Take your block, pass it behind you with both hands. Leave it there. And then come to the other side and pick it up. You have to leave the block, otherwise it doesn't work. And I can't tell you why that is. I think it's a brain thing. But keep passing back and forth for 10. That's it. You can lean back into it if you need more difficulty. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. How's that working for you guys? You got it? Opposite side now. So pass the block to the left. Pick it up on the right for 10. See if you can lean back a little bit more this time. 9, 8, feet flexed. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Knees into your chest. And we'll do one more. Since we already have the blocks out, bring your both legs out in front of you. Place your block right beside your right leg. Now these are hard. Tent your fingertips right behind your back, and you're going to use this to support you. Then you're just going to lift your leg up and plop it on the other side of your block and bring it back. Just like that, back and forth for 10. Yeah, exactly. Just one leg. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Who can feel their hip flexor? It's right here on the front side of your hip. Switch your blocks, opposite side. Let's go back and forth. You've got this for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. These are simple but highly effective. Let's do it one more side. You guys have it? These will be shorter. Let's go. 4, 5. See? 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Switch the block. Last side. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Move through. We'll go from, oh, you know what? We already have the blocks with you. So just slide the block up. You'll want it just above your knee on the left side of your body, or maybe right at your knee. We're taking half a pigeon, but on the floor. So your top foot is going to slide over your knee and onto your block. That's it. From here, press your sits bones down, foot flexed, and then lean towards your toes. So when you're looking for this lean, all of a sudden you're going to be like, oh, my right hip, it's on fire in that same way. Drishti active. Keep your gaze active in the pose. You're going to use your gaze to help your body and your mind stay present right here. So when your mind starts to wander and you're thinking about the other things in your life, bring it back to this spot you're looking at. Now, the true key here is that there's always going to be more interesting things to look at in the room. After a breath or two, the spot you chose seems like the most boring thing to look at in this whole room. Just bring your attention back to that point. After a few breaths, see if you've got a little bit more fold in you. Constantly scooting the pose towards the edge. Let's switch sides. Sit up, bring your right leg out in front of you, and we'll toss the left side this time. So block by your right knee, left leg bends. Sit the outside of your foot onto the block, and then from here, fold forwards. Think about pressing through your right sits bone. Using a different variation of a pose that we do all the time might bring inequities, like differences, right up to the surface and when comparing your right side to your left side. And that's okay. The two sides of your bodies are definitely not twins. Sometimes they're not even cousins. Occasionally, they're very, very distant relatives. Don't get offended at that. Just create it as new. This side of your body is different from the opposite side. It's also different from how it showed up yesterday at the start of class, or even from how it will show up in 10 minutes. Let's go both legs out in front. We'll move to seated forward fold. On your inhale, reach your fingertips up, and on your exhale, fold forwards. Now, if you're somebody who, by the way, can catch your toes, like no problem, what might be a next step for you is sitting your block right beside your feet and then reaching out for the block instead. If you're this type of person, I always like placing my foot actually on the block so that my feet are flat. On an inhale, let's rise up. Bring both knees into your chest and roll onto your spine. Let's go for a waterfall or shoulder stand. However you want to get upside down, hips above your heart. You can place a block underneath your low back or rise the whole way up for shoulder stand. That's it. Nice job. For those of you at home, check out that there's not a dog, a cabinet, a cat, a child, anything in the way of this pose before you move to plow. From plow, move to deaf yogis. Let your knees drop down by your ears. Slowly roll the whole way back down onto your mat. Hug your knees up into your chest. Let them rock to the left side of your body, eyes over your right shoulder. Knees left, eyes right. Switch sides. Knees drop to the right, eyes to the left. Hug your knees up into center. Take Shavasana. Your legs and arms go long, eyes closed. For those of you in the studio, there's a cold eye towel at the upper right-hand corner of your mat. Feel free to use it. Take a breath in and let that breath go. One more time, a deep inhale, followed by a full exhale. Create some movement in your fingers. Create movement in your wrists and your toes, your ankles, your knees. Hug your knees up into your chest. Rock to the right side. Place your forehead on the mat. From here, in infant's pose, make your way up to a seated position. Inhale, reach your fingertips up. And on your exhale, let your hands drop down to heart center. Let's close our class off today with just one Om. Set the intention that you want to carry through the rest of your day. And let's seal it in. Take a breath. Bring your thumb knuckles up to forehead center. Together we bow our heads and we say, Namaste. Thank you all for joining this morning. It was great to see you. Thanks for moving together. Thank you for joining at home too. It was great to see you all. Have a great day. Again, if you're looking for information about acro yoga, an awesome way to try out really different things on your yoga mat, check out our information on our website or also chat with me after class.